Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And I just found out that PoE2, the site, has its own news that are divided from the main site. So just recovering a couple news from last week. First up is Truth Gaming Crossbow Warrior, and this is not a build of the week, but it's a build showcase. It goes pretty close to that. Well, this is a series that GGG used to do in PoE1 back when the game was a little bit newer and nothing was already set in place like it pretty much is now. So GGG just describes a build with a cool interaction, and this is what's happening here with PoE2. I mean, this is a nice build, not gonna lie. However, beware that it just abuses Herald of Ice just like every other build in the game right now. So maybe that's a sign for them to fix something. Still, pretty cool video, very short, just give it a look if you desire. And we also got a community showcase with some very nice piece of art. Also, this is like a small video and a very nice voxel, I guess, art as well, and I really like this one. I definitely do like this style. And there's even a video down here, so I mean, just give it a look if you like this kind of fun art. And we also got a couple teasers for the 0.2 update. First one is pretty big. It's the weapon lock feature, which basically means that you can use your main weapon both in your main hand and in your offhand. So finally you can have a set of points in your passive skill tree to clear, for example, full AoE, and then you can go full area damage using the same weapon and swapping between it basically. So that is definitely something that has been asked in the previous league, if you can call it like that, and it's really nice that GG is delivering on that. Also, we're getting a new support for shouts. It's called Butter Shout, and basically consumes fully broken armor to trigger an explosion. I mean, I don't know, it's interesting. We'll see how people use them. I'm not a fan of Warcries, but some people do love them, so I'm sure they will make the most out of it. And there's also a perfection support teaser. Basically, when you use a skill that has perfect timing and you actually hit the perfect timing more times in a row, you get this perfection buff, which increases the damage per stack and can stack up to 3 times. Right now, doesn't really look like it's worth it, honestly. Stacking 3 times. Perfect timing skills are skills that basically you want to use once and one shot whatever you're hitting. But I mean, maybe some people will actually find a use for this as well. And quick view of what essences are going to become in the game. They're looking pretty menacing. We'll have to see if that also changes the monsters inside or if it's just a visual update. Apparently it's just visual, but who knows, maybe there's a surprise in there. And now we're getting to this week's news. First up is another boss versus boss video. These are actually pretty cool to see. And this time it's Draven, the Eternal Praetor, against Asenia, the Praetor's consort. Which is honestly very fitting, and well, it's really interesting because you can see which skills deal the most damage, and well, of course, if you fully tank them, which doesn't really happen in the game usually, and you can tell that NPCs fighting each other is very different than people fighting the NPCs, because Asenia definitely has higher hitting skills. However, if you stand still, you just eat them all, but if you move, I think she is much easier fight than Draven, whose fast attacks are very hard to dodge, especially if you're using a melee class that does not destroy him, like maybe the Monk with the Bell. That's a bit too much, but if you're using Warrior, you can definitely feel the difference between these two bosses. So pretty cool video there. Also, we got some official concept art for the Lord of Ogham and the King of Faridun, which are the first two supported packs. These are pretty damn cool. You can see the armors, the weapons, and well, the portals, pretty cool, and the kiwis. And there's more down there, so if you like those, definitely check the link I'll put in the description below. And finally, we got the announcement of the announcement for the next league. And the next league, and I'm gonna call it league because it's going to be an economy reset and it's going to last for a while, and it's going to be a big update because it adds the Huntress. So it's called the Dawn of the Hunt, and this is going to launch on the 4th of April. So it's nice that we already know the date before actually watching the live stream. That is pretty cool by GGG actually giving us a date. Also, I guess they are pretty forward in the making of this. Well, I mean, it's probably a given considering how much time has passed since the last update on the game. Anyway, we are going to get the usual GGG live stream on the 27th of March, and if you log in, this time is going to be shown in your time zone, so definitely do that to be sure not to miss the live stream. Of course, they are going to do the usual live stream. I don't know if it's going to last 45 minutes like it usually does, but they're probably going to do, you know, the teaser that you can see here, and then some gameplay and everything, and then, as always, the Q&A session with Ziggy and Jonathan and Mark to answer a lot of the questions that the community has. There's also going to be Twitch drops enabled for the live stream with the rewards announced soon. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I mean, the GGG live is very close because it's on the 27th. It's very close to the launch on the 4th of April. But at least we already know when the launch date is. So if you're planning to take some time off work and you are actually believing in GGG this time, well, this is definitely the time to do it, because it's probably going to be very interesting. I don't know how many updates they can cram into this patch, but they do expect some big things happening to the end game. And of course, the Huntress is going to be probably the most played class. I mean, I would expect so, since it's the new one, but it's not necessarily like that. Still, I guess that was all for this week, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all. I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.